Okay, is everybody on? Let's see, what's on? Brittany, Natalie. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome. I'm so excited about this. We have just a really incredible training for you guys tonight. So I know like the majority of you guys are new on here, so you're just gonna get some really good tips basically from all of us who have just been in this for a while and have been exactly where you are. And just want to share with you guys how we got off to a really good start and just kind of tell you guys a little bit about ourselves and share our stories. So I'll start and then we'll go in from there. So my name is Courtney Bohr and I am your Ambassador Diamond Leader. I started this business in April of 2014, so going on 5 years, which is like absolutely insane to me because I feel like I joined literally like, I don't know, yesterday. It's crazy. It's just flown by, but it's been a whole lot of fun. Originally, so I'm from a small town in Missouri, and I originally joined when I was 19 years old. At the time, I was going to school full time. I was working 2 jobs, so I had a super busy, crazy schedule. I was basically just living your broke college student life. So I don't know if any of you guys are college students, but if so, you know that it is a lot to handle school and working and trying to keep up with bills and everything. So I found this opportunity on Instagram, like a lot of you all have, and I was super skeptical. I was like, do people really actually make money with a business like this? Like I have saw people, you know, like do like Mary Kay and stuff like that growing up, but I didn't know you could actually make like legit money with it. And so I didn't have like really big intentions coming into it. My goal to begin with was like $200. I was like, if I could make $200 a month, like that would be amazing. Within my first year of the company, I hit Presidential Diamond, which averages around $17,000 a month. And then my second year of the company, I hit Ambassador Diamond, which is the top rank in the company, which is around $32,000 a month. So it's so crazy. I had no intentions, joined for $200, and basically it's just changed my entire life in so many ways. I've built my business completely through social media. We're a big social media team, and you're just gonna hear all kinds of tips on that. I'm just so excited for you guys. I also just wanna share too, like, I don't know, like, how y'all are feeling right now, but if you're scared or anything, or you feel like the odds are kind of against you, like I just have to share this, that I'm from a small town. I was super young. I didn't know a lot of people, and I never done anything like this in my life. So I really thought the odds were against me, like when I first started, but with the tips we're about to share with you tonight, it's gonna show you that no matter where you're from, who you know, like this business can work for you if you're willing to put in the work. So we're gonna go over to Blythe, and each of us are gonna share stories who are on tonight, and then we're gonna go into some more stuff from there. And you should be able to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So hi everyone, my name's Blythe and I am a double diamond with It Works. So I have been in this, but it has just been coming up on my 6th month here.
Is it like frozen for y'all too? Or is it just me?
Mine keeps freezing up too.
Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you when you said that.
Okay, I'm not sure. It's saying my internet's like not stable right now. I'm just gonna have to tell me if I'm frozen and I might have to hop on my phone.
Okay, we can hear you right now. So maybe if you keep going.
Anyways, so I started my first son, and I was one of those people that I had watched forever. So I am the perfect example of.
Okay, it's sorry.
With me.
It's still doing it.
Oh no. Okay. Well, if you want to go to Natalie, and then I will try to log in on my phone and see if I can get.
Okay. Hopefully that'll work. All right, Nat, you should be good to unmute. Oh, you're there.
All right, I'll jump in. So my name's Natalie, and I'm 21 years old and a senior at Iowa State University. I was actually introduced to this business by my sister Blythe, who's a double diamond, and I'm actually a diamond leader of the company now, working towards double diamond. So what really sold me on joining the business right off the bat was just the whole concept of having freedom of time. I joined this all through college. I've worked almost full time, sometimes overtime hours while going to school. So I just never felt like I had enough time. I would go to class, go straight to work, stay up late after work doing my homework, and then wake up and do it all over again every day of the week. So I just never felt like I have had enough time. So the idea that this business could not only give me more time, but also give me financial stability that would replace the income that I was making while waiting tables at a restaurant was really what sold me. And since joining this business in almost, not quite 6 months, but almost 6 months, I've been able to quit my job, replace my income entirely. And since then, now I can just work from my phone and focus on school. And that's something that I'll never take for granted, because I remember before I joined this business, just never being able to attend normal events on college campuses, go to football games, meet new people, and just being able to dictate my time was something that I really missed out on. But now being able to experience it as a senior and kind of get back some of the time that I lost is something that I'll never take for granted. So joining this business has been one of the best things I think I've ever done. And honestly, I want to do it for the rest of my life. But anyways, going on from that. So first getting started, I know our first goal we tell you guys is just to get your first four loyal customers and start with your own personal warm market. So for me, my first 4 customers was actually just my grandma, my boyfriend, my boyfriend's mom, and a coworker. So, and then going beyond that, I actually ran out of my own personal warm market really soon. So we always tell you to go to the people that, if you were selling dirt or selling anything, they would buy it just to support you because they love you. And, running out of my own warm market right away, I just knew that I wanted to figure out what all these top leaders were doing, who were mass enrolling, and how they were growing their market online. So first thing first for that, I definitely think if you haven't heard about the app Captivate yet, or if your leader hasn't told you, it's just a great mass following app where you can follow and unfollow people. It costs about $10 for the upgrade, but it's so worth it. So you're constantly adding people to watch you and things like that. Along with that, messaging daily, posting daily. And I know when people first start like posting daily, they get discouraged because they're not getting activity right away, or people aren't commenting, and they right off the bat are just like, I don't know if this is for me, because nobody wants to buy anything who I don't know. But it's not just posting daily that matters, but it's also messaging daily. So for me, I try to get out anywhere between 100 to 200 messages a day, but I never do it in one sitting just because Instagram's kind of touchy and it'll block you. So I'll do it in like 15 to 20 message intervals, and I'll do it throughout the day. And then for messaging, the first 3 messages I send to people when cold messaging are always the same. So, and then I have different versions that I'll send people, but it'll just say something along the lines like, hey girl, hope I'm not bothering you. Seems super sweet and you're gorgeous. I figured it'd be okay to reach out. I'm looking for someone to try one product out for me for 3 months. Give me a review on how you like it. And in return, you get a huge discount. Would you be up for hearing more? And then from there, I'll just sound like, thanks for the quick response. You're awesome. So what I'm looking for is you would choose one product off my website each month for 3 months, track your results. And in return, you get a wholesale 40 to 50% off. And then from there, if they say, always ending with a question too, I'll say, does that sound good? And then from there, I'll send them a little glimpse of some of the product options, and they'll select a category. And then always ending with a question there, which one of these sounds best to you? And then after that, I'll refer back to our product descriptions. And if you don't have access to those yet, they're actually on our team page. You can go to your leader or reach out to me, and I can tag you in the product descriptions on our team page, or even just send them to you too. So for every conversation I have, the first 3 messages are always the same. They follow that format. And then from there, I'll kind of modify depending on what product they're looking for. And then going back to the whole posting daily and messaging daily, after doing it for a consistent period of time, it wasn't from doing it till maybe a couple months that I actually now have people that are reaching out to me, and just from watching, because what is the first thing people do when you message them? They're going to go right to your page and they're going to see, what does this girl do? What is she selling? And then they're going to start reading through your post. They're going to start watching your story. So even don't ever feel discouraged if they ghost you or say no, or even are kind of just like, what, you're kind of strange. Why are you messaging me? Don't ever let that get in your way, because just by you putting your name in their minds, that plants a seed, and they're going to start watching you. They're going to get curious. It's kind of like those infomercials that you watch, and you see them over and over and over again, and then eventually one day you're like, okay, I got to buy this. I want to try this thing. It's like kind of the same concept. Or even now when I cold message people after being so consistent with my posts, I don't even have to send them the product list. They'll just be like, oh, I want to know more about that coffee you're always posting about, or I saw you taking the keto energy on your story. I want to hear more about that. So doing all of those things together, it really creates this warm market on your feed, and that's what I've had the most success with for me.
Okay, I love it. And can you share, okay, so a lot of people that are on this right now, you know, they still work a full-time job and stuff. So with you, you know, joining and having like a super busy schedule and everything, how did you make time just to like still work this business? Do you have any tips that you can share on that?
So definitely I was really worried about this too when I first started, was just like, how am I going to find time to, you know, send out hundreds of messages and all that? But it's really just using your time wisely. Like, get up 20 minutes earlier, send out messages. I would send out messages in the morning right when I woke up. I'd get ready, and then in my car before leaving for work, I'd send out messages. And then when I got to work before going in, I'd send out messages. I'd hide away to the bathroom and go reply to messages too. It's really just using any periods of time, because it really doesn't. Sometimes I feel like people think it takes so much longer to send out messages than it does, but once you just get in a rhythm and you're just copy and pasting, and then you have previous conversations that have built it up over time that you can go back to and then copy and paste responses, it's really a super quick process. And when they say you can literally take your business anywhere, you can. So just using your time wisely, and, you know, you just make it work. When you want something so bad, you will make it work.
Yeah, so when you make it a priority, then it's, you know, you're going to make sure you make time for it. And that's what I always tell people. I'm like, you're not going to not feed your kids because you don't have time. Like,
yeah.
You know, we make time for obviously what's important. And if this is important to you, then you're going to make those sacrifices and, you know, utilize those extra 10 minutes. I know when I started, you know, I was working 2 jobs and going to school full time as well. And like any 10-minute breaks or any bathroom break, you know, you're out there, you're sending those messages and stuff. So just making it a priority. And I also love too that you mentioned that you send out, you know, your goal is that 100 messages a day. And like when you first hear that number, you're probably like, oh my gosh, that's so many messages. But like she was saying, like, it's so crazy. It's not. But I also love that she said that, you know, the 100, because a lot of people are like, okay, so I'm going to message 10 people a day. And like, if you want like more results, you're gonna have to do more of it. So that's why we try to message that like that 100 mark, because, you know, obviously the more you're reaching out to, the more you're messaging, the more that you're gonna get responses to. So anyways, I love it. I'm so proud of you. So she's about to go double diamond this month. What month did you start?
I think it was April. Yeah, it was April.
April. Okay, so from April to now October, you guys, she's going double this month, and doubles average around $5,000 to $6,000 a month, just to give you guys like an average idea. So in just a few months' time, that's so freaking incredible. But okay, we'll probably come back to you with more questions too. Also, before we move on, I do want to let you guys know that there is a chat option at the bottom, and if you guys have any questions throughout this, go ask them in this chat, and like once we all go through our little spill, then we will answer some of your questions too. So don't hesitate to reach out and ask questions. Okay, did Blythe get back on?
I am. I'm on a different phone. So not to confuse everybody, but I just moved from Florida to Iowa, and the phone service that I had in Florida like does not work where we live. So not the best thing. So I am borrowing someone's phone, Carrie, who's also on our team. So anyways, everyone can hear me now good, right? Like, give me a nod. Thanks, Nat. Okay, so I will just start over. My name's Blythe, and I am trying really hard to go triple diamond. I have been with the company, it seems like forever, but really I started at the end of April. So coming up on 6 months, and it's gone by so fast. So a lot of things have changed. When I started in this business, I was starting to just go back to work. I worked a very demanding job in corporate world. So for anyone that's a mom or that works full time, that's what I did. And I had just had my first son and had gone back to work and was really like trying to lose baby weight and looking for something that I wanted to try products for that. And then also just to bring like some side money in. And I had literally no time. My baby never slept. I was a new mommy trying to figure that out. But I started in this business and just saw the opportunity and really took off. And the same thing that Natalie was saying, it is all about what you set as a goal and then fitting that in the pockets of your day. So every single day I have people tell me that they're too busy or they're working 3 jobs. And honestly, like, I love that a lot of times, because we always say like busy people get stuff done. I was so busy, but when you have that schedule, you're kind of forced to plan a little bit. So the same thing, I would get up just a little bit earlier. I made the messaging a part of my daily routine when I was in my car too. As soon as I would drop the baby at daycare, I would send out 10 messages. When I get to work, send out 10 messages and kind of fit that in the pockets of my day too. So since joining, again, one of the biggest things is you never know who is watching you. And I have so many people that are new and on the team. And one of the first things that they are worried about is either one of 2 things happen. They throw up their first post, or they're reaching out to friends and family for those first 4 customers. And either they're not getting the support that they look for, and they immediately think like, oh my God, this isn't for me. Nobody wants this. No one commented on my post. This is embarrassing. People probably, and that fear kind of like steps in. So my first 4 customers, I got my shopping spree pretty fast, but I went to my best friend, I went to a former coworker, I went to family, and just, I wanted that shopping spree and I wanted it done like right away. So right after that though, I really did not have any market. So I joined Courtney's team because she was so successful on social media and I knew nothing about it. I was not active on social media. I had like an Instagram that I rarely posted on, with maybe, I'd be lucky if I had 200 people, and they were all like high school people that I just wouldn't even want to reach out to really and like ask to buy a product. So I wanted to join a team that I saw was like growing so fast and had been so successful on social media, because I wanted to learn how to do that, because I did not see myself as, you know, the old school network marketing, being able to like throw parties. And I mean, I just didn't have time for it. And it just wasn't like in my personality to want to fit that into my day. I wanted something that I could do on my own time, on my own schedule, you know, laying in bed and still be able to make extra money, because I didn't want to be away from my baby. So, the great thing about this, and I always tell people, is you are going to have some that join and you're going to get those first 4 customers so quickly, because you're going to have friends and family that are interested. And then you're going to have others that you're going to throw up that post and not get any likes. And that is okay, because we are going to show you how to grow your market. And you're going to hear, and Natalie already mentioned, some great tools that we use with Captivate and adding to our network and things like that. So I quickly just took advantage and did what my mentor said and started trying to grow my network. And eventually, really right from the beginning, I started reaching out to people that were all over the country. And once you really realize that there are a billion people, I think now on Instagram, there's a billion people on Facebook. There are so many dang people in this world, and so many people already use health and wellness products. Why not get them from some company that has quality products? And you have the ability to get things like now on Amazon. People are always shopping. People are looking at bloggers and what they're posting and wanting to buy items and swiping up to get the latest hottest like sweater and all these different things. So we are simply just sharing what we have and incorporating that in our daily lives. And that's the other thing people are so worried about. Like, I don't want to just like harass friends and family. No, thank you. I don't have, friends and family that are going to want that. You don't have to do that. You can be successful by growing your market outside of that. So that's one of like the biggest tips. And I think like the most common thing people are worried about. They don't want to bug friends and family, and they don't want to be spammy. And that's also another thing, like for everyone on my team, like we really get into more like attraction marketing. And another question I get a lot is, do I need to create a business page or, have something separate than my personal? And we don't want to do that, because what we're doing, and if you look at Courtney's feed or my feed or any of the leaders on here, we're either posting how we did in the past, sharing our personal lives, And we're just incorporating in the captions what this business either is doing for us. We're sharing our journey. If it hasn't done anything for you yet, you're sharing like your why of why you joined. And really for me, once I started, sharing more about like my baby and my why being him, and really connecting with people on that level of why I was doing this business and what it was doing for me, and like the journey from me working and not being able to hardly see him and dropping him in daycare all the time to now being able to come home and be with him daily. My followers have like followed me on that journey. And at this point now, when I message them, even if they're not interested in the products, I know that they've been watching me because they'll give me a compliment about my baby. So you're definitely like making connections with people that way. And even people that I messaged at the beginning and never replied to me, now just through the consistency, see that. And it is not something that's immediate satisfaction. This is not like a get rich quick scheme, but if you just do the simple things that we shared with you, that your mentors have probably already shared with you, if you've joined, there's so much more that we do that's very, very simple, but we are just consistent. And like Natalie said, over time, you're really going to plant the seeds, and then you're going to see incredible results, and then your business is totally going to boom.
I love it. And I just have to add in like one thing too, is like, good when you are like reaching out to your friends and family and stuff, like don't ever count anybody short, because I remember when I started and I was like trying to make a list of like friends and family and stuff, and I was like determining for them. So I'd be like write someone's name down, I'd be like, oh no, they probably wouldn't be interested. And like I wouldn't ask them. And then literally like a month into my business, they like reached out to me and was like, hey, like tell me more about these products. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I could have signed them up a month ago, but I was too scared to reach out. So like something else is like, don't hesitate to ask people. Like do not count anybody out, because you're going to be so surprised at who's actually interested. And I love too that we just like have a product for everybody. So you're going to be amazed at like who's actually been looking for something that we have to offer. So that's something I just wanted to throw out there too. But Blythe is amazing. So she started in April, right? End of April?
Yeah, I think like there was a couple days in April.
Yeah.
And then May, June, July, August, September. This will be 6 months coming up. I can't believe that it's only been 6 months. It feels like forever.
You guys, she joined and she was like just ready to go. Like literally just took off. Like their entire team just blows my freaking mind. Like they're crazy. So she went. Well, she's double diamond right now, and she's working towards triple, and it's so dang close. So this team, like these tips that they're sharing with you guys, be writing down, taking in, because it works, and they're doing just so incredible. I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, so Brittany, we'll go ahead and if you want to start with just sharing your story and go into your tips from there, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, so my name is Brittany. I joined under Natalie. She was speaking earlier, and I actually joined for $99. Some of you might have joined for $20, but literally like all I wanted was $100 a month. That's it, to put towards my car payment, because I literally was an intern for an art gallery. And I mean, that's what I went to school for. So I'm like, I didn't get paid. I got paid squat pretty much. And so that's really all I really wanted to do with this business, is just earn a couple $100 a month. And so, with starting this business, seeing how many lives like seriously has been changing, it's like absolutely incredible. And so my first month I went executive, and I enrolled one of my cousins as a distributor, and another person. And so after that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally going strong. Like I got my first 4 people and things were going so good. And I'm like, all of a sudden, like May rolls around, and I just feel like, May starts to roll around, and I was like, oh, I feel so good. Like, I'm totally gonna, make Ruby. And then I ended up not making Ruby. And then you like start feeling discouraged, because you're like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, but really I wasn't. Like, I wasn't messaging, I wasn't posting daily, I wasn't, doing all those techniques that your leaders tell you. Like, there is seriously like a science to this thing. And if you do like 5 simple steps every single day, like you will see your freaking business explode. I'm not even kidding. So once I started like posting every single day, I started messaging every single day. really taking all the advice in from my leaders is so important, and being coachable and not getting discouraged is like incredibly important. So then in June I went Ruby and got that $1,000 bonus. Once July hit, there was a technical problem, so I didn't hit Ruby. I didn't hit Emerald. Pretty much was Emerald. So then August I hit Emerald and got that $5,000 bonus. And then, you know, once you hit momentum, you like cannot stop. And so you just like feel so good. And right now I'm charted Diamond and I'm so close to it. I'm so excited. So just some tips that I would like to talk to you guys about. So I love host to post so much. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's really just asking someone to put a post out for like a product. So for example, like hair, skin, and nails. So when I guess I can run through like a conversation I have, but one post that was really successful is I pretty much just asked someone to put a post out there. So it's like, so I send, hey girl, could you do me a favor? And usually they say yes. You know, I message them on active on Messenger. You know, so people are already on Facebook. So every single person that is on active, I say, hey girl, could you do me a favor? Usually they're like, sure, or yeah, or whatever. Sometimes they don't reply, which is okay. Don't get discouraged. And then they say, sure. And I said, could you do a host to post for me? I'll send you a post for Facebook for a product and a picture. And if I get one customer, I'll send you some free samples. And if I get 5, I'll send you a free product. They come back and say, sure. And then I send them a host to post. So I send them a post to put on Facebook. So one, for example, is, hi everyone, my friend Brittany is looking for product models for hair growth. Who do I know who wants long hair? If interested, drop an emoji below. If not, tag a friend. And I never put the actual product in the post. I feel like people really steer away from that because they're thinking that you're selling a product kind of. And so I just kind of put a picture of a girl with long hair. Usually when people comment on it, I go back to that comment that they said, and I said, message you. And then I like their comment. I add them as a friend on Facebook, and then I go to their message, like private message them. And then I talk through like what the product does. If they like to sign up for a 90-day trial. So that's kind of how I figured out what a host to post for DTs. So just new distributors. So this is one, like, especially when you're wanting to grow your business pretty quick, this is a really good tip. So I think I have one on here, but it's really just the same as how you're asking someone to like do a host to post. So like, hey, could you do me a favor? And then when they say yes, you can send them a post like if someone's looking for $5,000 to $2,000 a month from their phone, like who's in. And so then people comment on it, and then you can message them on Facebook. And then that's how you kind of generate distributors if you're new. So let's see. So there's an example of it. And another thing that I learned, so I just posted my keto coffee and chocolate greens results. So really getting your hands on the products are so important. I know sometimes like people can't afford it or, you know, whatever, but really like if you think about it, in 1 month, we're spending $30 to $40 going to McDonald's to get coffee. Like that could be a product. So for example, like greens on the go, there's 30 of those in there, 30 little packets that you could go and give to someone, or you could, you know, show on your Instagram story or something. Like that's, you really need to get your hands on the products. I'm telling you, because they will literally, once you try them, they will like change your life. Like keto coffee and chocolate greens, I started in May, and I've lost over 25 pounds in 4 months, drinking it every single day. And like, I have so many people messaging me now just about that keto coffee and chocolate greens. And that's one thing that you can do for like the host to post too, is post your results. Like in the host to post, when someone like puts a post for you, like in the comment, just put your results, or put someone else's results that's on your team. So yeah, that's another way. And then lastly, like if you don't feel comfortable, messaging someone on active and saying like, hey, could you do me a favor? You could also put a post out on Facebook. And one that I use that's really successful is, it says fall giveaway. First 30 people to comment below can win a free body wrap and my fave skinny coffee, no purchase required. And that's kind of key, is no purchase required, because someone's always like, there's a catch or something, but there's really not. All you have to do is post for me. Usually, when people see that, they like comment their favorite emoji, and then they put a post out for you. So every day I try to get 5 to 10 posts to post out, because then you're just building up customers and relationships, and then you can set days for them to order. So yeah.
I love it. So good. Yeah, you kill it with the host to post too. Also, if y'all want to like watch videos on host to post or anything, if you go on the Diamond Tribe page, you can like go to the top and just type in host to post. And there's videos, just all kinds of like descriptions you can use and stuff. Also on the Diamond Tribe team page is the list of products that Natalie was talking about earlier. You can just go in there and type in, Cheyenne Knox is the one who posted it. So if you type in like Cheyenne at the top, like one of the first posts that comes up is like a list of every single one of our products written out, or just message one of us because we all have it saved on our phones. Something else that I just want to throw out there is like, I loved earlier how like Natalie, like once you just get like a routine of this business, like, and of messaging, like it's the same thing every single day. So I know like all of us can say this, I'm sure say the same thing, that when we first start, you're like, what did I just get myself into? Like, this is kind of overwhelming. Like there's so much to learn, but now like you guys can, I don't know if y'all can agree, but like, it's so simple. Like once you just find it's so simple, and it's like the same thing every single day, and it's just doing it, consistently. So I just also wanted to share with you guys real quick my 6 list. So the 6 things I do every single day to grow the business. And if you want to like get a piece of paper and a pen so you can write this down, these are the 6 things that every single one of us do. And then like along the way, we've just found different things that work for us. Like Brittany does host to post, and those work so well for her. Like we all just kind of do different things. So here is the 6 list if y'all want to write it down. So number 1, grow your network daily. So I know Blythe said she had a couple hundred followers when she started. I had a couple hundred followers when I started. So like, don't think that you have to have like this huge social media presence when you start. It's all within, it's not who you know, but it's who you're going to meet in this business. And social media is just so incredible because it's so huge, and it's just, we're in different countries, you guys. Like it's never ending. So basically there's just so many people to reach out to. So growing every single day, adding those people on Facebook, following those new people on Instagram, every single day since the day I've started, I have grown my market, because obviously the more watching you, the more you're gonna be able to reach out to, and the more that are gonna be reaching out to you. Number 2, you want to interact with your followers. So a lot of times what I like to do is I'll spend probably 10 minutes a day, and I'll just go down my feed and I compliment people on their post, or I'll like ask someone a question. So if they have like a cute shirt on or something, I'll be like, hey, like, where'd you get your shirt? I love it. Or, if they have nice makeup, ask where they got their makeup, like whatever it is, just like get your name on their post basically, because when you comment on their post, they're gonna be like, who is this person? They're gonna go to your page and they're gonna check you out. Number 3, message. If you are not reaching out, like you are doing yourself, like if you just have to message, like listen to us and just do it, because you're gonna be so happy you did. Everybody's different and has a different number, but basically my number every single day, my goal is 100 people a day. If I can get 100 messages out and 100 new leads, that is my goal. If you want more results, message more. Post daily every single day. So consistency is huge. And I like to compare this to if you opened up a brand new boutique, right? If you don't tell anybody about it and you're not sharing what y'all have to offer at this store that you just opened up, nobody's going to come to it. But the more you tell people about it, and the more you post your clothes online, and the more you're consistent with it, the more people are going to come. So the more your doors are open, the more they're going to come. So just think about who you joined with. Was it because you seen their post every single day, or did you join with somebody who posted like once a month? Like I'm sure you join with somebody who is super consistent, that you continue to watch their posts. So consistency is everything, especially when you first get started. Like don't expect to just make 1 or 2 posts and have people running at you. It's within that consistency every single day and doing these steps on a daily basis. And then following up is huge. I would not have a business if I did not follow up with people. So a lot of times the first time I talk to people, they don't sign up, but it's within me talking to them and continuing to be consistent that they all come back. So make sure that you get like a notebook or a calendar and just stay super organized. I literally write down every single person that I talk to that's interested so that I can get back in contact with them, because within time they're going to follow up. And then my last one, it's not necessarily like I do it every day, but self-development. So your mindset is so big in this. So if you believe that this business is going to work for you, it's going to work for you. If you're discouraged and you're just negative and you're not even trying or doing these things, it's not going to work for you. So self-development is huge. Getting on YouTube and typing in like motivation stuff, or, you know, reading a book or whatever it is that just like gets your mind in a good place, like make sure you're doing that, because if you believe in yourself in this business and you're willing to work, like you will see results. So those are just my like 6 things that I've done every single day since the day I started. That has allowed me to grow. So I think somebody accidentally unmuted. Let me see. I don't know. Okay, anyways, also real quick, I want to have Kaylee. I totally did this to her last minute, so I'm so thankful that she's jumping on. Kaylee just joined, you guys, and this girl is freaking killing it. Like, can't even wrap, I don't know. She's amazing. So I just want her to get on real quick. Since y'all are so new and she's new, I just want her to get on and share how she's been able to get customers so quickly with y'all. So you should be able to unmute yourself, Kaylee.
Okay. Hey, y'all. So I'm actually at work right now, but I actually joined on October 4th. Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So I joined on October 4th, and I honestly wanted to join like a couple years ago because I was following Courtney and stuff on Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this girl has it all. Like she can work from home and make some money, and I was like, I want to do that, but then I never really actually like went through with it. And one of my friends, she told me, she's like, you really need to do something like this. Like, I think you'd be awesome at it. And so I think it was the sign up for 49 or 48 or something like that. So I just went ahead and did it. I was like, okay, whatever. And so I signed up, and she told me just, you know, the basics of like everything that we need to do to like, you know, message people and stuff like that. And I don't know, I wasn't really like super comfortable doing that and posting, especially because like the people I went to high school with, like they're just so judgmental and stuff. And I actually when I post on my stories, I blocked people that I went to high school with, and because I was just so like embarrassed, I didn't like want them to be like, oh my gosh, she's like that girl. But then I started like unblocking them, and they've been actually messaging me. And so I don't know, I was like super nervous about it, but yeah, it's actually going really good right now. I think I'm like a couple volumes away from Ruby already, so that's like super exciting. But yeah.
You're doing so awesome. Yes, so she just promoted to executive this month, and you're about to double promote, and she's going to go to Ruby. She's going to earn that $1,000 bonus. So what are you going to do with that $1,000 bonus when you earn it?
I'm honestly going to put it into my savings. I'm going to try not to spend it, but yeah, I'm trying to get a house with my boyfriend. So yeah, and I think also like the host to post, that's like what has really helped me as well.
That's awesome. So you've done host to post, and then you've been messaging as well, right?
Yeah, I usually try to message people like every hour, every 2 hours, but I usually try to do at least 300 on Instagram and on Facebook. I know that's a lot, but once you get into the rhythm of everything, just copy and paste. Like it's really not that hard. It's actually really easy.
Yes, you're amazing. I'm seriously so excited. Thank you so much. I know I totally threw this on like 5 minutes before we got on, you guys. I was like, hey, you want to share some tips? She's like, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm so nervous. I feel out work, like I look so bad, but it's
the fact that she's
fine.
on this at work right now, like that is showing up.
Oh yeah, and I'm studying for my exam, so
no excuse.
Anybody can do this.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay,
Thank you.
Was there anything else that y'all like thought about as we went? I think there's some questions in here too that we can answer. But if there's anything else that y'all thought about that we didn't go over, you can definitely share. Let's see. or if there's any questions you guys want to answer too in here. Someone said, Captivate doesn't work for me. My account thinks someone is trying to hack it, I guess because it doesn't recognize the account. Has anybody else had this happen? I've had this happen to a couple people.
I think it's just that verify. It wants you to verify account. It depends on how much and how. I know some people were having problems if they were like overusing it and wanted to like verify their account and kind of like delete some pictures and things like that. So I just kind of maybe don't have it running constantly, and I do some manual following too. But you have to like verify your account and make sure you have your ID and password like connected, or it'll lock you out.
Yeah, and I know there's also like
Yeah, and on mine, so sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, so on mine, like it literally just has like all the famous people, and like they're not gonna follow me back or anything. So I usually just go to like a person that is like famous or has like a whole bunch of followers, and I just follow all of them because like that app, I don't know why, but hasn't really been doing me justice. But doing that, like I've actually gained a lot of followers going to somebody that does have a ton of followers.
Yeah, and also on the app, there is a search option as well. So if you go on the app, you can just search whoever you want to. So if you find somebody on Instagram that you want to go to their page and follow some of their followers, you can just go to the app and then just type in their name and they'll come up on the app. And then you can go to their profile from the app and it'll like let you mass follow on there. That app is incredible. I know if you have Android, there's an app. I don't know if any of you guys have Android. If so, let me know and I can figure out that app name. Can't remember it.
Followers, I heard.
Followers, was that what it is?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, I use Captivate, but I think it's called.
Yeah. And I know they have like so many out there too. So I'm sure you can find something similar. Captivate's just so nice because it like follows for you throughout the day. So like literally first thing I do when I wake up is I'll go on the app, I'll follow like 300 people. And then throughout the entire day, the app just follows for me. So it's like, I don't even have to be on there doing it. So that's what's so nice about that. Okay, Jennifer says, what if you went through your friends and family and still don't even get the 4 customers? So when they finally get that, their 3 months is up and still haven't brought in more clientele. Without being automatically successful, people aren't going to be interested. I don't think that's true. I don't think most of us aren't automatically, successful. Like it definitely takes time and consistency. And honestly, like when I first started, like I actually had a very slow start to this business. And it was just the consistency and like doing it every single day that pays off. And even like people like talking about, I think so many people get wrapped up in this. They're like, I just started, like, how do I post about a business that I'm not successful in yet? And it's like, you don't have to be successful to post about it, but you can talk about what you're going to do with this business, what your goals are, where you plan on taking it, what you're going to do with it. Like, just talking about what you're going to do and kind of just like a funny backstory. So my enroller, Ashley, I watched her for weeks before I joined her, you guys, and she kept talking about how she was going to earn this $10,000 bonus. And I was just like so blown away. I was like, she's going to earn a $10,000 bonus. So like I ended up joining her team. She still hadn't earned this $10,000 bonus, but she kept talking about how she was going to. And like after I joined the business, I was telling everybody, I was like, the girl I signed up under, like she's going to earn a $10,000 bonus. And like, it's just because like she kept saying it that I like had in my mind, like she was going to do it. So like, it doesn't even mean you have to like have done it yet, but like talk about what you're going to do. I don't know if any of you guys have any other things that you want to add to that either, but.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, and I know we've said it a couple times, but it's again, is following up. On my team today about someone that I messaged when I had first started. So it was 6 months ago. I sent that initial message for a little no reply. I do a lot of polls on Instagram too. That's another thing that great interactions. I put up about keto coffee and I share some results. I usually make my keto coffee in the morning. I'll share some before and after pictures about it. And then I'll throw up a poll for anyone who saw like, I'm using it every day. Here's what it's doing for me, friends who want to try. And I sometimes have people that vote on those polls. So I message them. And this particular person voted on my poll like 3 times. I was convinced maybe it was an accident, but I still messaged her. I'd say, hey, I see you voted on my poll again. I still, you know, a lot of people are like, I'm not going to message that person again. They're ghosting me. They don't reply until if they're still following me and they're still looking at my story. And even if they're voting on my poll on accident, I'm going to message them because they're still friends. So to me, until they've told me no or they've unfollowed me, I take that as you're interested. And so I messaged every time. I still have her on my follow-up. And then eventually, you know, she ended up reaching out to me, asking about the product, asking about the business. Wasn't her time. Followed up again and again every single month. And then when this $20 deal came out, I didn't even message her. And this is someone, again, that if you look, there's probably 8 or 9 messages that were unread, and she just joined my team. So it was not that when finding out about her why, she was just shy and just really worried if she was going to be comfortable posting. And so it's just so amazing. Like, it's not always like your interpretation, and you don't want to be defensive or think that someone's just blowing you off, but that follow-up is so key. And if I would have given up on this person that I really just, you know, thought that they were, you know, blowing me off or being so rude, then I would have like not had the opportunity to get to know them and have them be on my team. So follow up is key.
Does this happen to you too? So like a lot of times too, like I'll message somebody and they'll read it and then they don't respond. Well, like down the road, they come back and they message me too. Like, I feel like reaching out to them, like it's gonna, whenever you send them that message, like if they don't respond that first time or even that second or third time, you know, how many ever times you message them with following up, like, you know, eventually, since you reached out to them originally, when they are interested in this business opportunity or they are interested in a product, they're going to come back to you because you're going to be the person that they think of whenever they do want this, you know, product.
100%. And I think too, it's also like, I know Courtney told me when I first started, like everyone goes through change, and you know, for me, why I joined, I had my baby, and that's what made me, you know, have a of why I was ready for this right then. And so even someone that you might have reached out to, like they could go through a life change. I messaged some girl the other day that said, hey, actually I do need money to just like have my babies because I needed a new car, and I really don't want to have to take another job because I'm pregnant, and I just don't want to have to work more. And if that option had not been presented and this opportunity had not been presented to her months ago when she was in a predicament and trying to figure out what she was going to do, she wouldn't have even known that this was an opportunity that could work for her. So really, you just have to remember, like, you're not, I think like you're doing someone a disservice by not offering it. Like, they don't know how amazing this is. But if you think that you're going to put up a post and like people are going to come to you and want to join your team, you might be lucky and have a market and some friends that like have that on their mind. But besides like my sister and my person this business, everybody else for the most part that's joined my team, like I have reached out to them. Like, I'm seeing something in them. I've tried to make a genuine connection with them and told them like, hey, like I think like your posts are great, like they're so funny, like you're so cute, you're so good at what I do. And I've kind of changed my messaging up a lot recently. I used to like just message for customers and think like if I just did my life posts, but recently I really tried like reaching out to them about the business and like offering the business to everybody and defaulting on the products. So if I offer the business and if someone is even interested in the company now, the first thing you say is, because that you started on that is so amazing. There's 2 ways that you can try this. Number 1, you can do my 90-day challenge and try the product, 1 product a month for 3 months, so on and so forth. But if you also want to try the product, like this is a great business, it's money, and you can make money to try your products for free. Have you ever thought about making money from like your phone? And just presenting it to every single person. And if they say no, no problem. Like, we'll get you signed up for the challenge. But I've at least planted that seed with them, and I would say now 60% of the time people are immediately saying like, well, actually, like I have been watching what you're doing, and I would be kind of interested in the business too. So I just think like it's such an opportunity, and that don't be scared because you're not going to lose a customer, like if you lose volume or things like that. I've talked to some girls like, I don't want to ask people about the business, like I need customers right now. And every single person that you offer business to is a potential customer. So I just think like everybody needs this business, and that's been my mindset lately. And I feel like I've just been enrolling so many more people by having that mindset of everyone deserves this, and they just have no idea yet.
I love it. And you guys, like, you might not realize yet, but like what you have your hands on is crazy. Like, we all join this business and we're like, yeah, like maybe something will come from it. Like we don't have like these high intentions. Like I promise you, none of us talking on here tonight, like expected really much to come from it. Like, you know, we hoped like obviously like something good came from it, but definitely not where each of us are standing right now and where each of us are heading. Like we did not ever expect that. And so it's just crazy. Like if you, whatever you like want and like whatever you have in mind, with this business, like if you truly just like wake up every day with the intentions to continue to grow, like you can get to wherever you want to. And it's so awesome just like watching your consistency and stuff pay off down the road. Okay, Jennifer says, so the daily posting, should we be doing a customer type post or a distributor type post? Both. I post a lot personally. Each of us kind of do like our own things, I'm sure. So y'all can definitely hop onto and share. But personally, I post about the business opportunity every single day on my main feed. And then on my Instagram stories, I blow it up with before and after pictures, as well as stuff about the business opportunity as well. Something I want y'all to do is like find somebody that inspires you in this business and go follow them and like do what they're doing. I always say copy the right cat. So if you see somebody that inspires you, if it's your enroller, whoever it is, like go and just like watch what they're doing and just like replicate what they're doing basically, but put it into your like own words. Okay, so Jennifer says, so you send 300 messages daily. How many do you think you actually talk to out of the 300? It's such a huge numbers game, you guys. Like I message 100 people a day, probably 10 to 15 message me back. It just depends on the day, for real. Do you think that once you start posting before and afters, it pulls more people in? What do y'all think?
I mean, I put before and afters always on my story. And I think definitely like seeing what it can do. And the thing is that like I post real before and afters, like we all do. Like these are really people on our team. These are real stories. These are our own results because like we got our hands on the products. So obviously your own results. And until then, you know, share people on the team. I saw someone ask about, are there any like mock posts or anything? We have a page that you should be added to that's posts for customers. And there's a lot of things in there. You can also search at the top, stories, and there are some great threads for stories that literally have things that you can use as your own and post. For anyone on my team, you know, you can like copy my stories. I mean, obviously I think that it's really important just on the stories to also incorporate like some of your own personal life. Like I try not to have it be like all ads. I mean, some days I get really busy and I try to just like plan ahead and rotate, you know, not too many products is also like another tip. I definitely don't like post about 10 products a day on my story just because we have them, just because like I think that like consistency helps, and I post the things that like I personally use and I love so much. So I'm always posting about the coffee and greens. I recently started using our collagen, so I love posting about that. There's some great results photos for that. And then like a lot of people really love to cleanse, so they post about that. So you can definitely, like Courtney said, just copy the right cat and look at your leaders. You should have, and if you don't have some of the leaders on our team to follow, everyone is just like so willing to share, and you can, you know, get ideas and inspirations from their posts and just kind of change it up into your own words and do that until you kind of find your groove. And I did that for a long time. Like I looked at Courtney and saw like how she was posting, and she told me that she did that to her leader. So she gave me leaders to follow that were successful, and I looked at their posts and I would kind of incorporate my own life, but post the way that they posted. And if you are just so confused about like, what should I even post today? Just go look at the leaders, see what they posted for the day, and then throw that up. It doesn't have to be perfect. So if you see your leader post about the coffee for the day, post about the coffee. I tell people, if you don't like have high quality pictures or anything like that, take my picture. Like, I do not care. If it's working for me, it's going to work for you. And, eventually everyone on here is new. So as you go along, you're going to learn more about like different types of posts and how to edit pictures and all that more in-depth training that we'll give you. But do not think that it has to be perfect. You don't have to have like the perfect blogger site like photo right off the bat. Make sure you have your face out there, and just make sure that you are posting, and just learn as you go. So don't let that it's not perfect and that you don't know everything hold you back, because there's so much to learn. And the biggest like disservice you can do to yourself is think that you need to learn everything about this before starting, and you just need to start.
And something too, like with your pictures, like I know when I started, I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to like blow up my page with like before and after pictures with spammy looking posts or anything. And if you go and look at any of our Instagrams, you're not gonna, like, the first thing you see, you're not gonna even know that we're selling something or that we're even in a business. So because all of our pictures just look like us and our lives and our families and our kids and our dogs and whatever it is that we love. A tip is write down 5 things that you want people to know about you when they come to your Instagram and they come to your Facebook. What are those first 5 things that you want them to know? Whether it's your mom, you love your dog, your kid, just like whatever it is you want them to know, like write down those 5 things and be sharing that. Something too is like, make sure like this is not just have to be like your business Instagram, like show who you are, because that's why somebody's going to come to you and join your team. And that's why they're going to come to you and purchase products from you, is because they see who you are as a person. So definitely make it into your own like words, and make it personal to you. Something like I love is like, I love sharing makeup, fashion, like my dog, like those are things that I love. So like you'll see that a lot on my feed. So I'll have some like before and after pictures in my story, and then all of a sudden like it'll be like something like about my dog, or just literally anything else, quotes, positive quotes. So other things. So think of like the things too, like what are the Instagram pages that catch your attention? What are they sharing? Because I don't know about you guys, but like I have certain people that I go to every single day, and I'm creeping on their feed because I'm just like, it draws me in. And so I like to think about what those people are doing and what's drawing me in, and I like to make that into my own profile. Also, I saw Jennifer saying daily posting also tends to be pretty pictures, but I literally don't ever put makeup on or do my hair, so I feel like I'm incapable of pretty post. Any suggestions? Okay, so for one, like don't feel like you have to have like the perfect pictures whatsoever. We all are just like have our own style. I think the best thing is just having a good quality picture. So making sure it's not like blurry or something like that. But find people that are like you or that can relate with you. If you're like, I love makeup, so I love to follow girls who I also see love makeup. But when I'm a mom, I'm sure I'm gonna like focus on following more moms. Like it's just, whatever it is that you are and like you're into, like go and try to find those people that are just like you. So, or not just like you, but that can relate with you. So also like another thing is like, I do not get ready every single day. Like half the time I'm in sweatpants on my couch with dry shampooed 5-day hair, whatever. So basically I get ready like 1 or 2 days a week. And on those days that I get ready, I will change like different outfits, and just have my fiance take like 1 million pictures of me just so I have stuff to post. You don't have to do that. Just like make sure you're getting posts out there, and just make sure that they're decent quality. A few apps I saw you said, is it photo editing? A few apps that I love are PicTapGo is a really good app, and then Visco. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's a VSCO. Those are like a couple really good ones that I like.
I think like you said too about like the positive, and that's something too, like I've always, really like try to be positive and things like that. And you want to remember too, like just to be aware of what you're posting, because you don't want at one moment to be posting about these great products, and then like we really are trying to represent like a positive opportunity for people. And so it's hard not to get like sucked in, but like some people end up like posting like negative things. And I, have people on my team that like have had to work through, and it's like a mindset thing of, you don't want 1 second to be saying, hey, these products are so great. Like, I'm so happy, this opportunity is amazing. And then the next second, like putting something really negative out there, and you just like being aware of what you're posting, because that's also something like I share a lot of positive things. And even when I message people, if they're not ready to buy from me, that's one thing that they like notice, and they might like compliment me on and say like, no, like I'm not interested in the products, but I still want to follow you because like I feel like you're like really inspirational, and I like love like, seeing like the positive quotes and different things like that. So you're definitely going to find like your own rhythm with that, but that's just something else to be aware of. It's kind of like definitely a mindset thing, but you don't want to be like giving those mixed messages, and you want to be more aware of what you're posting too.
And like, don't be afraid to like be emotional in your posts, like being real and raw. Like those are the posts that you see just like blow up on social media. So I think it's actually important that you like really put your heart into your post and just like show who you are as a person, and talk about your struggles and why you joined this business and where your hopes are, for this to take you. I think just being real, is definitely number one, and just showing that you are just a normal person, but you just incorporate this business into your life, and that it's going to do incredible things for you guys. So also too, like, don't ever hesitate to blow up your leader with questions. Like, I know when I started, like, I'm a person, I still ask questions, you guys. So I'm a person, like, I ask a million questions about things because I just like to understand things. And so if I don't understand it, like, I keep continuing to just like ask questions until I get it. And so don't ever hesitate to like reach out and ask any questions at all, because that's the only way you're going to learn. Kayla said, what are some good apps that you use for editing your pictures, for just pictures and quotes? I love the app called Unfold, and then there's one called WordSwag and one called Over that I really like for those. And we try to do also a Tuesday team training on the Diamond Tribe page. We post it usually every Tuesday. We usually just invite another top leader in the company to get on a training with us and just share their tips and tricks as well in the business. So definitely keep an eye out on that. I don't know, I'm excited for you guys. Basically right now, just, make sure you have those goals in front of you. If you don't have a goal, then it's like you have nothing to work towards. So make sure you, have those, write down 1 through 4, and let's get those first 4 customers. And you guys, once you get your first customer, like if you can enroll 1 customer, you can enroll 100 million customers. Like, it's just like, it's just like starts with 1. And I will never forget the feeling that I got when I enrolled my first customer. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can actually do this. Like, it's such a great feeling. So believe in yourself, ask questions, and just do it. Like, you're not going to know everything before you start. And like the best way to just learn is just to go for it. And like, before you know it, you're going to have a routine, and you're going to be like saying this stuff in your sleep for real. Dang, that is awesome, Kayla. She has 7 customers already. It's so awesome. So you got your shopping spree. Ooh, ooh. So yeah, did y'all have anything else that you wanted to add in, or are you guys? She said, okay. And I have my first distributor too. Dang, girl, we need to get you on this training for real. That is awesome. Are you going to Ruby next month and getting the $1,000 bonus? Trying. You're doing it. You're going Ruby and getting the $1,000 bonus. That's amazing. It's so exciting, you guys. Like, it's just crazy, like within like 90 days where it can take you in this business. Like, literally you're doing it. That's what I like to hear. Like, you're going to be just so mind blown what can happen in 90 days. And if y'all want to talk about some things happening in 90 days, listen to these 3 ladies on this training tonight, because they like killed it in freaking 90 days. All right, I think we went over all the questions too. So I did record this. It's been an hour, so I'll go ahead. If you guys are all good, we can go ahead and get off here. Let me stop the recording before